Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review Live. Yes, we are live. Me and my homegirl, Erin, about to let you know about the What's Going Down episode of Real Housewives of Orange County. Everybody, please help me welcome Erin to the stage. Yes. Can't hear you, Peach. You're muted.
Sorry, guys.
Got it.
Sorry.
Freaky Friday.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. We were at Gemma's or my daughter's school earlier. It was a tent or treat. So if any of you, the holiday festivities are starting to begin, happy Halloween.
Yes, hence the black background.
Right?
Ooh.
Spooky town.
Ooh. Oh, wow. It's happy Friday as far as I'm concerned. I had a good day. I had a great conversation with some important people. Well, I'll say an important person. And I got some great feedback. So, as you know, pardon my French, 2 important people. I was right the first time, yes, and got some great feedback and information from both of them. You'll be proud of me. Yes. Can you tell I'm smiling? I'm feeling good. I'm sipping, so that ain't why, but I am feeling good. So I decided to have a little sip. It is a little brown, but it's not that brown. It's a little colored, but at the same, not that colored. But no, yeah, I'm having a good day today. I'm having it better than these heifers, I tell you that.
Well, congratulations. I know you work very hard, so I'm glad to hear good news for you.
And I'm glad you had a great day trunking and treating and carrying on.
Right.
The big festivities is 7 days away, y'all. Pardon me, 7 days away. I'm gonna be at the Heezy doing nothing. Well, doing stuff, but I won't be outside. Just chillaxing.
No,
we'll be up. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, anybody watch the episode? Anybody watching? Thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate all the love that we get. And just keep coming back. Tell your friends, co-workers, enemies. Tell everybody.
Yes.
So listen, I wrote in the caption, Gretchen just can't let go. That's my girl, but she just can't let go. You know? But we start off with, Shannon's still a little high from the day before, child. She is still recovering or trying to recover from however much she consumed. Of course, taking corner bites every 5 minutes just may be a little bit much. I'm just saying. It didn't seem like she was taking, she had a lot, didn't she?
I mean, I guess I could respect if you got enough in your system, you could definitely be high the next day. Yeah, it's possible.
Well,
but it's all right.
I guess I've never been there before, from thinking
I have not either.
back then. Look, way back then. I just can't recall.
No, I've overdone it before, as we all do. I think with edibles, I think everybody has a story where whatever they thought was going to happen was not the case.
Yeah.
But I've never been messed up the next day. No. And I don't have the best metabolism, but it's faster than that. I don't know.
I remember, well, all I know is it wasn't like that. I mean, the next day, yeah, but anywho, but she is Shannon, and like the funny part was, I forgot to mention last week when she was thinking about what she told her daughters: if you do drugs, you'll become unalived. And it was funny because she was in a trance and it looked like she could have been thinking what production put up. It was just so funny. But yeah, she told her daughter, I would do a little something, something. And her daughter was like, yeah, I knew it. Now you can't tell them nothing, Shannon. They probably already done it, and can tell her a story or two, or tell her how to handle herself. And that ain't even no read or no or nothing. It's just they young. They all through Europe and carrying on.
Yeah, it's California, for crying out loud. You can I think you can consume weed before you can consume alcohol. I don't think you need to be 21. I think you need to be 18.
That's true. Ain't that nothing?
So, and besides, it's just they're probably wishing Shannon would do it more often.
Like I said,
unclench a little bit. Shoot.
The one person on this show who I would say needed it, she's so doggone uptight.
Mm-hmm.
Loosen up, will you?
Yeah, she did seem like she was loosened up on the space cake.
Okay.
Way less annoying than Gina, though. God.
I was just about to say. Yes. In a way, it just enhanced who Gina is. Just
I guess
mouthy and can't shut up, and just had to put her 2 cents in, and a little spacey, like but still, it's that mouth of hers. Ooh, but yeah, Heather introduced the ladies to shrooms. Was it shrooms? Did I hear her right?
Microdose, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, Gina is just thrilled at her friend is just really, letting them have it. I mean, if it ain't champs, it's some THC or some. Heather shocked me 2 seasons ago. I'm like, what? She, again, she's not that prim and proper. She's, she's down.
No, she surprised me with the mushrooms. I was very surprised that.
Girl.
I mean, I personally, my philosophy, I would be much more, especially these days. Listen, I grew up in LA. I've tried all kinds of things, and I'll just leave it at that. All right. But I am, especially these days, a much firmer believer in of the earth substances.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, I have a friend that is working in, doing microdosing for treating depression and anxiety. So there's all kinds of fantastic benefits, but I was surprised that Heather did it. I thought it, basically, for any out there that are curious, that have no idea what their experience was like, it just, like they said, made everything seem a little bit brighter. You do usually maybe like sense of humor, giggly, find things a little bit more goofy kind of thing. They were acting pretty normal about what your experience would be.
Sorry, I had a little cough. It was, again, I'm surprised. I don't know what's coming next.
I know, but hey, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like to see them just, hey, just not be so uptight, because I really thought, although Heather has been my girl since day one, to be honest, even when she had that situation in the hallway, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, right.
With the producer person, cameraman, whatever. She had I think she had a Nene moment. Nene in the
Yeah,
closet moment.
right. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I think you can't be on reality TV for as long as they have and not have one at some point. You know?
Really? Yeah.
I feel like there's gotta be, especially the stakes in which they're filming, there's
Yeah.
gotta be a moment where you're like, "I'm gonna flip the F out," because they producers really are trying it, and you do have relationships with them, and if you feel like you're being betrayed in a really stressful situation, I can really understand how you'd have a meltdown.
And that novella lady
Oh, yeah.
just added fuel to the fire. What gasoline draws on? Just my goodness.
Yeah. The only kind of drawer she wears.
Girl.
With that room and shit. I still see Sweet James advertisements all over the place.
Okay.
He
I'd be like,
he
you did your kid wrong. I don't like you.
no, you are not who I would call. Mm-mm.
Sweet, you ain't sweet at all.
I know.
So then Heather started to let them know she's going to take them to the tulip fields. Was it called something else? I wrote down tulip fields out there in Amsterdam. Pretty cute.
Yeah, I couldn't have told you if it was called something else.
I was like, okay, that should be interesting. I can't wait to talk about that. So then we see Emily, Gina, and Tamara. They're on their way. And, they're talking about the ladies. And I hear them call Gretchen creepy because of her apprehensive behavior at the bar. Didn't want to get loose. I guess, she may have drunk too much in previous scenes. So maybe she wanted to reserve herself. But she seemed bothered. And we, the whole doggone episode, she was just bothered by everything. Yeah, I was a little weirded out because it's always Emily, you know, starting shit ish. Yeah, 13 minutes. Starting stuff.
Yeah.
And she's about to get on my nerves. She's about to. Just saying.
Yeah, she is one of the roughest bone carriers ever. She needs lube. Like, she is not smooth. It's just not. Emily, if you're watching, listening, you are like painfully obvious with this crap. Trying
Really?
to move storyline along, push, create things, all of it,
I'm like, you the creepy one, always, wanting to get shit going. You and Gina, Bobsy twins. Now, we're at the tulip fields and people who are already high and carrying on, looking at all kind of enhanced graphics through their through their eyes. Is that tulip have what did Gina say? Does that tulip have highlighter on something? She said. I said, "Oh Lord."
She said, "Is it outlined or something?"
Thank
like
you, outline.
Yeah.
Oh my! And then Shannon high behind riding a fake horse. Just I don't know. Sometimes I think she's performative the way she does things on this show. She's just making herself. This is all attentions on me. So there's this fake horse in the middle of the fields, I guess for I don't know. Then they got this fake carriage because what's her name? Gretchen, somebody else, I think Jen or somebody was behind her talking about giddy up, giddy up. Child, they look like fools, but yeah, there was a shiny black fake horse in the middle of tulip fields. Did you get why that was there? Because I didn't.
No, not really. Maybe a photo op, because these days more and more places are kind of like adopting, like, here's where you might take a social media photo or something. I don't know. I do agree with you though that sometimes I think Shannon gets a little performative. The whole way she climbed up on that thing was like, give me a break. That is not, you're just being ridiculous right now.
But speaking of ridiculous, girl, they start talking about Jen and how she missed the boat. Telling Shannon how she ain't really friends with what's her name? Jesus Jugs and
No, how she really is friends with her.
no. Well, I was gonna say that too, but when I said no, in reference to that production clip back to the spring bling fling thing when she and Shannon were talking about her. And Jen made it seem like, well, I know her, but because Shannon's asking. And then she said, are you going to the wedding? Oh no, because of you and I. And then the next time it's discussed, we have all this commotion here.
Yeah.
So here we go. Jen, here's something else again that you caught in the middle of, and you're trying to twist it as if, and so all of a sudden now, yeah, we're cool, we're friends, but it has nothing to do with me and you. Well, why didn't you say that at the spring bling fling? And that's all Shannon's trying to address. Don't tell Shannon your one way about Jesus. I'm gonna call her Alexis. I'm sorry, calling her that. Alexis, but the next conversation with somebody else is different. That's, yeah, you can appreciate someone and become, more of their friend, but she didn't say that. So it's coming off like she's playing both sides. And I think Shannon caught on, and, Shannon's sick and tired of fake people in her life. That's what it seems like to me. What do you think?
Well, I mean, okay, so I do understand why Shannon would not want to be close with anyone that's friends with Alexis, because I understand why Shannon hates Alexis that much. I do. Like, could anyone blame her? Like, the woman threw her relationship with Shannon's ex in her face. I mean, like, it was bad. No one can expect Shannon to like Alexis in any way, shape, or form. I can even understand why she's somewhat intolerant about people that are close to Alexis. However, I don't think that if you're genuinely friends with someone and I get it why you wouldn't want them to, and maybe because Shannon keeps saying like it's fine, but it's really not, like it's really not for Shannon. But the thing that Jen wants to do that you mentioned is play both sides and not take accountability for the fact that if you're gonna have a relationship with Alexis, Shannon deserves to know that because she hates her and she has a right to. And you have to take the fallout for the fact that the person that you're trying to build a show relationship with really doesn't want you to be friends with Alexis. And it's disingenuous of you, unless you really are comfortable dropping Alexis, like, to be playing this way. And so people are trying to catch you because you already got through, you greased your way through with the Katie situation. So I guess it's time to answer for that, because now you're doing it with Shannon. And pretty soon here, you're going to be showing your alliance to Gretchen.
That's a good way to describe how she's greasing her way through the these OC castmates, girl.
Yeah. Because it's like you're not being honest about well, and I mean, there is some confusion about the love. There's some confusion depending on who you talk to about how Jen feels about Alexis, based on the fact that Jen's very much a people pleaser person. And I do think Jen will kind of like be nice to your face kind of thing. I mean, listen, it was you. I think you said it before, and other people have said it. Shannon wanted to have that kind of event, so she threw that for Jen. She wanted to have a garden party. She wanted to do whatever, And, so even though Jen didn't really feel like it was necessarily like, didn't really, wasn't what, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of the right way to put it. Because it wasn't that she didn't mind, but she would, she also didn't need one, but Shannon also wanted to do it. So it was like, I don't know. I feel like everybody was amplifying that one to try and find shit to fight about. I was a little
Right.
bit like, I'm sorry, but like, especially even going after their friendship, I feel like is doing that.
Right. And it's okay that Shannon and Jen does not have the same taste.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'm glad that Jen at least said that at the moment where, it was fine. I appreciate it. It's not something I would have done.
Well, she was saying that she didn't really want to celebrate her wedding that way, is what I was taking it as, because she was saying that earlier, like, we don't need, because like everyone's going, we don't even have a wedding date. Why are you throwing her a bridal shower or like a wedding lunch? And so I think she was saying like, this is probably going to cost more than even my wedding, probably, because she keeps saying that she doesn't want to make a big fuss getting remarried. Which I just want to say to her, girl, slow down. I don't think you really want to be married yet. You don't need to be. But then again, they don't have a date, so I guess it's fine. I just think that she felt silly because she's really not wanting to put that much attention on the wedding yet. But Shannon wanted to throw an event, so she let her because she's a people-pleasing person.
I think they just go to the Justice of the Peace and have a bomb-ass party at the Heasy.
They want to do it on the beach in bikinis, remember?
Yeah, but that's what he wants, because he just wants to oogle and ogle and carrying on. But
True.
whatever. Do it or don't. Hell. But I agree. The ladies wanted to make it a bigger deal than what it was. Just to upset Shannon, as far as I'm concerned, just to see her go off. I think they really secretly enjoy how Shannon, loses her cool. I think they just find it funny and they just want to, make light of it.
Well, I'll say this to Gina and Emily. You all claim to be her friend, and I know you guys got closer last season, and Shannon did genuinely apologize. You're not acting like it right now. You're not acting like you're her friend at all. You're acting more like you're Tamara's friend, and now you're picking on Shannon. And it's like, why don't you? I'm sorry, like, but I'm not even a Shannon apologist, but Shannon is allowed to have an easier season this season. Y'all lived off her storyline. Like,
Girl.
she had to be with Alexis on camera. Shannon can have a lighter load this season, folks. Like, seriously. You don't need to go after her.
Really?
Because to me, it looked like you were reaching. Isn't the whole point of this friend group that you're friends? Oh, but we just don't feel like it's authentic. Y'all are assholes.
And speaking of assholes, Gina gonna sit up here. I mean, and add fuel to the fire about what we're saying. And Shannon, and Gina tells Shannon that Jen didn't even want the bridal shower. Gina. Instead, she wanted the party for her and Travis because they've overcome so much. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that's where it's like, you look stupid. We've had a really rough year. We've come back together. Okay. Okay. And you expected people to like inherently just know you wanted whatever. I thought Heather was funny. Gina wants a party. No, that's not what it's about. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's what you just said. That Jen didn't deserve a party, but you and Travis getting back together did deserve to be celebrated. Like, you can't have it both ways, girl.
Girl, no, this was, huh?
Oh, and just this dictation of like what's celebratory worthy and what's not. Y'all are picking on shit. I don't like that. It's annoying.
I think they get off on it because it's Shannon.
Yeah.
And they know she won't have the same reaction as somebody like Tamara. But anywho, enough of them, and they pseudo love for each other.
Yeah.
Gretchen, she's giving Jen advice on how to make money on IG. So, because Gretchen said, I got several lines of, streams of income. And for the most part, if you're going to, be a celebrity and be on these platforms, make it pay you, which is that's the thing nowadays. Once you gain a certain amount of followers and notoriety, you are looking for ways to cash in on that, booking fees, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I mean,
go ahead.
That's partially why I think they still pay them as little as they do, is that they tell them, with the notoriety you get from the show, you'll be able to generate a lot of endorsements and appearances and all the things you're talking about. I mean, I think you'd be stupid not to. You come on this show and you have a game plan, period. Like, otherwise, don't do it. They'll ruin your life.
And by the looks of things, every turnaround you broke, you can't afford, and you still, and then child, later on in the episode, Tamara gets a zing on her coworker. An announcement was made that regarding Jen and her eviction situation or whatever that was, it's still lingering from 2020.
It's back rent for the yoga studio.
2020. Girl, and they were like, girl, you could have been, girl. What are you doing? And you trying to plan a girl, priorities. And Tamron was like, it's time to take care of your business, girl. Emily too. Everybody was like, oh shit, here we go.
It's really none of yours. It's not. She's allowed to be in debt if she wants and whatever. Now, Gina had a right to be annoyed because it was her recommendation and her client relationship that could be damaged when the home situation went awry. I understood that. But This one, y'all just shut up. Emily, you married Shane because his family had money. I don't even want to hear it. Let's go dig around in your past mistakes.
From the, what's that called? The mobile park to View Park, or no, to Park Place.
Yeah. I mean, I just obviously Jen has a lot to learn, and I guess if you can put up videos of you and Ryan working out, you can get it together to start taking advantage. I mean, this is her third season, isn't it? Yeah.
Third. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl, you should have had it together by now. Season 3, you have no excuse.
And you know how people are coupling up, or not coupling like romantic, but these housewives and Bravo celebrities and whatnot are getting together, joining forces for things.
Collabing.
Right. Even though it's a different network, there are other couples. And that reminds me of Ken and Latricia from Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Carlos is still, he's not an enemy to Bravo. I could see them, because it's not going to be Eddie and Tamara. I can see them four doing something. And it's because they're both in the same capacity where they're getting their feet wet. They're fairly new into all of this. I think this is their third year as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is their
Carlo does his season so weird. I don't know.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute. But
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Girl, I can't even say. It really isn't, though, the way he cuts it on whatever. Carlos, stop doing that.
Hello.
Well, because side note, sorry, chat, you know how we do. You kill the momentum of that show. I feel like every time we get going, we're on another damn hiatus.
I think he's trying to start something, start a trend of how the shows are, aired and everything. If the show is good, the show is good. We're gonna watch like we always do. But don't call the part 2 a whole new season.
No, and stop splitting it up like that. Like, I literally, you have Ken and Letitia living apart. You have, we have all these things going, and then we just go dark. And it's like, yo, we need a full season. Give me a storyline, finish it, and continue on. This
Right.
breakup in the middle is so annoying.
Girl, to say it, sister.
I'm serious. And listen, I like Love and Marriage. It's been good to us because it is, it's got a certain level of like, mess and whatever
Yep.
to it. But listen, it's some solid entertainment. Stop splitting. But I'm telling you, they really are killing the momentum with these split seasons. It's
For real.
Yeah, stop doing that. All right, back to these white ladies.
Yeah, so I thought Gretchen gave her some good advice for what we saw, because like she said, she has several streams. And I do recall her having a whole bunch of handbags her last season, her from previous, when she left. Either the last season or I saw her in something else where her whole house was just filled with product. There was a lot of bags and things, and she was, getting into and whatnot. I would listen to Gretchen, especially if she's looking like she's looking. Hello.
She had a makeup line too. I don't know if she still has that. No, I'll give Gretchen this. Gretchen was one of the earlier entrepreneurial people to like put that kind of stuff on the show. She absolutely was. Yeah, she's an OG when it comes to that stuff. And I will also respect the fact that like she looked at Slade and said, "You will not control me financially." Period. And she wears the pants because of that. And I mean, they do come off as codependent, and I'm not saying that he's not in charge in certain ways, but like I just feel like she absolutely likes having her own money to like make it be a true partnership with him.
Right. And I wouldn't put it past him to be involved in her business in some type of way, to where it could be an honest, maybe not employee or maybe an employee, but I can see him working for her, with her / so that he can, get his, I don't want to say feet wet because he's been, in the business for the most part, but I can see him, doing things with her and for her regarding all of her streams,
I think he has to. Otherwise, what is he doing? I literally think he must, because I just don't think he's a stay-at-home dad, like a house husband. He must be like a part of contributing to that, I think. Because and I know that like I know I'm not going to explain it right, but I know he has some kind of like consulting business where he does some kind of like social media marketing kind of stuff or whatever. But it's like, yeah, he's basically works on helping Gretchen with that stuff. And, yeah, she's the business.
Ooh, got in my nose. But yeah, hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Look it, we are here to not cough on the mic for you, everybody. We are as polite as we can be. And you notice nothing is chirping. See, we are all good. Let us know if anything else annoys you. We will do our best to eliminate the irritations.
That was so funny. Oh, God. Yeah. But yeah, so really, I don't think he's not doing anything.
Yeah, I
And
don't
and
either.
and I think he's comfortable enough playing second fiddle to her success.
I agree.
Because it's Ike and Tina, not in that volatile way, but the
Yeah.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, it's always the woman in the forefront anyway, for the most part, when it comes to some type of duo in the business.
Although you can see him, he's like, "Oh, well, I'll come back on the show. I'll go confront Tamara."
Yeah,
He
hopefully.
wanted his moment. He wanted it, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, he needs to stop while he's ahead with that one.
He does. I agree. And like we both said many a time, they already messed up their re-entry, and I feel like they're kind of aware of it at this point.
That's what I was thinking a little bit, how
Yeah.
because later on in the episode, they seem to retreat. Well, he seems to retreat, and she's having a hard time with this whole comeback. It's not playing out the way it should, in my opinion, and I think she's recognizing that.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard to let go of so many years of back and forth, because things come up, feelings, you think about something, oh yeah, because I have a yada, I said this and we never addressed it, all that stuff. But some things you just have to let the fuck go.
I think that they're kicking themselves, that their mouths, kind of like what they talked about is now biting them in the butt. I still don't know if they really wanted that story intentionally planted, and that's why they told Katie, or if they were just over exaggerating, drinking at dinner, talking with people they wanted to impress. And then Miss Thang went and ran her mouth because she was trying to make friends with all the influencers or the bloggers that she could in order to control her narrative better. I just don't know. I do think that she said it to Katie, but do I know if it was a specific plant and then they went, "Oh, it went wrong, deny, I don't know." But I also think that Gretchen realized once she did the 98 degrees slip, I think she knew she lost her footing.
Yeah, I think she was playing big man on campus when she was having her and Slade were having dinners and cocktail hours with the newbies. She's not a newbie, so I'm sure, questions were being asked and, reminiscing on things, and it just got out of hand.
Yeah. Well, and we know Jen and Ryan hated Tamara at that point. Hated her. So they were totally up for gnarly story time. And obviously Slade and Gretchen are I could see them being over the top, especially with some drinks. Look at how over the top they were about the whole 98 degrees Tamara singing with that dude. Next thing you know, Slade's on the phone saying there's a video recording. You don't know that. You didn't hear it. You maybe you heard that rumor, but you never heard the tape. Get out of here, Slade. You never did.
And just to repeat it,
as
if it's gospel, dude, you don't need no more lawsuits.
Yeah. I know, you're in financial ruin enough. And I think Gretchen knew that they had just messed it up when they went there,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's why they're now trying to pivot and reassess. Oh, I had to clear my throat. And because they realize they're like, oh, we fumbled the ball. We look like a-holes because of this 98 degree stuff.
Even worse than Ryan did. I think Ryan saw that and pivoted.
He did, and he's smart. He has some court sense in that way. I'm sensing with him, honestly, because I think that I think he knows that he needs to be very well behaved on camera and treat Jen well and treat the kids well. And I'm not saying that he's not genuinely inclined to do that. What I'm saying is he understands this lifestyle. He wants to be a part of it. So he's going to treat Jen right and not be stupid, at least for a while. Um, yeah. But Slade and Gretchen, they kind of went, uh-oh. We had a misstep. Now we need to
Yep.
pivot.
Yep. All this missing, faking, misstepping. Child. Now they
Yep.
arrive at the hot tub. Now, apparently they're going to this hot tub cruise thing. Now, y'all listen. It ain't what it sounds like. I have to explain this to you.
Yeah.
Picture it. Sicily.
Amsterdam. Picture it. Amsterdam.
Yeah, picture it. Amsterdam, 2025. Picture an inner tube shaped like a hot tub with water in it. Not the water that they're floating in, because Shannon had to make sure that, wait a minute, what type of water is going to be in here? Because what I'm looking at is green and algae-ish. I don't blame you, Shannon, because I'm like, wait a minute. What water we dipping in? Plus her toe look like it's infected, child. You might need to go see a medic about that toe, girl.
That's what
It's all
everyone was
rubbed and
telling
crawling.
her. I don't want to see that. I don't like feet, so I don't.
Okay, moving on. So they're at this inner tube that acts like a something, you steer from the rear with the stick. You know how the lever.
With like a rudder.
Rudder,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, the rudder's in the water on the bottom, but you steer it with the little stick. Yeah, to control it. Yes.
So they're in teams. What they have? Shannon, Jen, and Tamara. Shannon, Jen. No, Tamara was in there with Emily. Shannon, Jen, Gretchen, Shannon, Jen, Emily. What's the girl? Gina and Heather. While Emily and Gretchen and Tamara are in the other inner tube thing, right?
Yes.
So just picture this big old inner tube, same size as a hot tub, with hot water in it, and they're steering it with the rudder and the handle and all of that. So they're controlling where they're going. I think it's one speed. Don't give me the line, but there ain't nobody revved up nothing. They just went along and just floated, a little, maybe 10 miles per hour, child. And they were having discussions on things, and the most pointed discussion was Jen and Shannon. Shannon had to pretty much get it straight with Jen. Where are you with Alexis? Now, every time Shannon brings it up, she like we've been saying, she says she doesn't mind. She doesn't want to pick the friends, but I want you to know how I felt and how this affected me and how wrong it was. And I don't like her. And I just, so she's trying to make her point as to how much of a douche Alexis is, and in hopes that she'll have more of an ally against Alexis. But she just doesn't want to say it. It's obvious. It is, Shannon. Sorry, boo.
Well, and I feel like I agree. And if it were me,
okay,
I would just stand on business and just be like, you cannot expect me to like this woman or think she's a good person. Like, I have that much hatred towards her because of all that she did. Her now husband sued me. She got into it. She was defending her Johnny J. She put all that crap in my face. Like, you're literally talking about somebody that is like arch enemy level, foe. So, of course, most people would be like, don't be bothered, get past it, this or that or whatever. But most of us have never been dogged out on TV like that. And so I do, honestly, I'm going to stand by this. It's okay to hate someone so much that you don't want your friends to hang out with them. You can't expect them not to, but you have every right to be like, I'm not going to get as close to you if you're friends with them because that's how much I hate them and that's how much they negatively affected my life. Brought to camera that there's videos of me, sat next to my ex-boyfriend as he talked crap about me to Entertainment Tonight. You know what I mean? Like, no, you cannot blame her for hating her. That was bad.
Yeah, it's just not cute. You know, again, Shannon, just say what you want to say and say, and even if you just say no, at least I said it. Hell, just say it, let it out, get it out. She probably doesn't want to. She doesn't want to seem that desperate of you know of a friend. But we see it. You're saying everything but that. It's all in how you know in your confessionals and whatnot, not what you know. It is what it is, and I think Shannon knows Jen enough to know that Jen isn't the brightest bulb in the drawer. I'm just saying.
Well, and Jen, you need to, if you want to stay friends with Alexis, stay friends with Alexis. And tell Shannon, I love you as a friend. I get why you feel that way. I'm sorry that you do, but I was good friends with Alexis before I was friends with you. I was friends with her. And now that you and I are closer, I understand why it bothers you, but like I'm not willing to like distance myself from my friend with her. I can assure you over and over that I will never discuss you with her or allow that. But I also take responsibility if you don't feel as close, you know? Like I do respect the idea that you got to stand up for yourself in that way, but like you have to just respect the fact that Shannon doesn't feel as close to you, or you could stop being friends with her. I mean, you know, do you care that much? You want to go to that tacky ass wedding? If you really, I mean, I do not think you should not go to a friend's wedding you want to go to because another friend doesn't want you to. That I don't think so. I cannot blame Shannon for feeling that way, but I also don't think that. But like, if you don't really care because you want to be successful on the show, and Alexis, like, I do, what they said is probably true. Alexis isn't on the show, you know?
What's stupid in about Jen and all of this is how can you say that you're going to be friends with Alexis, but you won't go to the wedding because it'll hurt you? Being friends with Alexis is hurting her, and that's worse than going to a wedding, and it's just dumb. Either just go to the wedding, be friends. Don't even, you know, like you said, don't discuss Shannon in any way, form, or fashion. Don't let them disrespect her in your presence because you care about her and she is a valued friend. And just keep that part of your life separate from each other. But it's just dumb, in my opinion, to say I'll be friends with Alexis, but I won't go to her wedding because it'll hurt you. Does that make sense, or am I tripping?
No, you're not. But I think like Shannon was saying that she was under the impression that they weren't friends anymore. So I think Jen is really honestly playing both sides of the fence. And I think that's what they're trying to catch her in, because they're like, you've been too much Little Miss Goody Two Shoes, lady. The gloves are off. This is where you suck now. And like I said, she has been greasy. She's been sliding through, playing both sides. She dropped Katie faster than a hot potato when she saw that everybody said you should leave. She didn't stick up for her friend.
Hello. She should have.
She did, and she should have. And at the very least, she should have contacted her off the after the event, and she should have filmed with her.
She should have walked her out at least. I am so sorry about this. You know, I really hate this for you. I don't agree. She should say, I don't agree, but it is your house. Something, just speak up for your friend. You don't have to say, I'm on her side, but if you think it's wrong, it's wrong. But she's greasing through, and I think she's been coached well by Ryan, considering the legal issues he got out of. I'm sure that he's been coaching her on how to deal with these people on this show. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't think but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
she's not that smart. I'm sorry. She's just not.
True. I mean, you're right. You're right. They do seem like co-conspirators, but I also think, she really wants to be on the show. And I think I do think she is used to being fake to be a people pleaser. So I do think we have that part in. So yeah.
But
Not saying you're a bad person.
I thought it was a good scene. They were resolving things because Tamara and Gretchen came to some type of meeting of the mind. Both of them outside of that scene in their confessions, like, man, fuck that bitch. They're like, yeah, I just do what I got to do, whatever that is, because that's how it came off to me. But in the boat, I was kind of more. Oh, I hate to say this because Gretchen's my girl. But I understood Tamara. I was a little bit on Tamara's side but you keep putting my name in things when I don't do that to you. That's true. Sorry.
Yeah. Gretchen is guilty of that this season, and Tamara is not. But God, Emily, like, I'm trying to get you guys together. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're annoying.
Didn't Emily look good in her bathing suit though?
She did, and yep, and Tamara did not. Good. Tamara did not, ma'am.
I didn't even see her.
Oh, you need to go back and look. Oh, ma'am, you need a better bikini top for.
Who had on the wetsuit?
I don't know.
It looked like their arms were out of it, like it was like dangling or something.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. I didn't pay. Like Heather had white on, which is rare. I mean, don't get me wrong, lady. There's no way in hell I'd want to be on camera in a bathing suit. Get out of here. But yeah, no, Emily, other than that one confessional that they are just dogging her out, which is a terrible confessional. Emily is beautiful and usually looks great,
I like her glow up. I can say because she feels better, she's exuding a different beauty, because she's never was ugly or anything like that. But the better you feel, you start to make changes and about yourself, about how she carries herself, and so just like with Gina, she was heavier. Well, she's lost some weight too, so she's exposing them legs every time we see her. Now she had her cute little boy short type of boy bikini, whatever that's called. Had her midriff out and everything. So yeah, even Shannon, she's out there exposing her legs and everything. So,
well, everybody seems to have done some things, because Emily and Shannon was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she slimmed down. She slimmed down quite a bit, and so has Emily. So, I don't know. I think Emily was stressed out because of her son this season and gained back some of the weight. This is me speculating on women's bodies, which is really not cool, but here we are. I think she had gained some of the weight that she had lost when Luke started having issues, but she seems to be back on real strict, like, whatever again. So anyway, whatever, ladies, we're here with you throughout your size fluctuation. We don't care about your size. We will make fun of you for other things, but
Right.
Cheers to women enjoying. I don't know how you got it. I hope that hot tub water didn't give you a rash.
Girl.
That's the one thing where you're like gonna take a tour in a what? In a what? Like how many people have been in this water already?
Girl, don't have me put some bleach in the water while I'm in it.
Right? Do you drain this every time you use it and refill it? Like what do you do?
Um, and just to clear up the Tamara and Gretchen thing,
Oh,
I appreciated their willingness to be vulnerable again in front of each other and just kind of put it on the table, again. But it just may need to happen more than once because it's been so tense. A lot of derogatory and egregious and on site types of insults have been happening. So one conversation, no, it ain't gonna happen. It just may take a few tries at this if they're still willing to try.
what I think it's gonna take is a true ceasefire for a minute. Like, don't get drunk and say anything stupid like you did about the 98 degrees and like I'm tired of them having this kind of talk because they have not followed through, and I'm tired of like you guys are still arguing it's so stupid, right? I
Mhm,
think that, that's why I think Gretchen is coming in more meek because she knows she started some new shit with the things that she said, right?
mhm.
And like you said, I hate to say it, but Tamara has a point. You're the one that keeps bringing up stuff. And so I think what I'm really looking for from both of them, but particularly Gretchen in this case, stop talking about each other. Just give it a rest. The only way you guys can get past or work on any of the feelings that are still lingering from before is if you just shut up, be cordial with each other in group settings, and just be shut it up for a while. And then maybe you can do some work to heal some of that stuff and be friendlier. But just shut it up will work just fine for now.
I think they need to have a one-on-one the conversation and just put it all out there, as ugly as it may come out, and let it and leave it there. Well, we said this, we said that. We won't get up and walk out. Even if we have to yell, cry, scream. The fact is, they have so much that they want to say to each other. They're picking and choosing, in my opinion. But I do think they need to have one conversation with just them. Their men will follow their lead because that's what their men do. And once it's all said and done, leave it there and move the fuck on. That's what I think they should do. On camera or not, just do it. If they want to be on this show and have something, ain't nobody saying that they need to come to each other's houses, homes, whatever. But to get all of that off of them, because they have something to say to each other, is what it seems like. And they're fighting it. Oh Lord.
I don't know. I kind of get the sense that Gretchen still does, right? But I do think that Tamara would move on if she wasn't still talking about it, but at the same time, um I agree with you that regardless, just move the F on.
Well, we later find out as next episode, which will be the finale of episode,
Yes, the
that
finale.
Gretchen has been liking social media um, uh, statements that are derogatory in some type of you may not be able to come back from way, and the ladies are dumbfounded that her Christian, her current Christian status is not preventing her from engaging, even commenting. I can't wait to see what that's about. Is that new? Is that something old? If it's something old, well, wow. But if it is something new, she has some explaining to do. If, in fact, she's saying one thing and doing something else. I can't wait to see what they try and do to my girl Gretchen.
I think she said something about trans kids.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Why do you think Heather was starting? Yeah, I think she liked some stuff talking about trans children. And like,
how did you get that out of that? Did you hear something? You got an exclusive?
I just watched well, there's a scene, I think, in the mid-season trailer where Heather looks really disturbed and upset. And I'm like, what could she possibly have heard from another one of the ladies? Something about how it's disgusting to do that to trans children, it's abuse, or it has something to do with trans children should not be allowed to be that way. I'm sure of it.
I got that it was something about Tamra. Because Tamra pulled it up. It just, I don't know verbatim exactly what it said, what was said in those quick snippets that they were giving us. But it didn't even seem like it again, it seemed like it was something referencing Tamra. But I can't wait to figure out what the hell it is. I can't wait.
Stand behind it. Tamra or Gretchen was liking, I'm positive, anti-trans tweets because she's going to cut Heather to her core, and Heather's going to feel like her children are attacked by. Remember when Jen says to her, do you feel like it's wrong in a biblical sense? And then Heather screamed, biblical, what are you talking about? So
yeah, but I just didn't catch that could be the issue.
Why would Heather be upset? Yeah, I'm just saying, why would Heather be so upset if it were about Tamra doing something anti-biblical?
Well, I took that as them, as they have in this episode, question her Christian faith in doing the things she's doing, and you're supposed to be Christian.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, they said that the end gets dark and it's weird, so I don't know. I said, and listen, like, yeah, no, I stand behind it. I think Gretchen liked some conservative statements about some anti-trans stuff, unfortunately. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know, whatever, but it seems like it's kind of like maybe undeniable that Gretchen was well aware of what she was condoning.
Well, I can't wait to find that out.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move on from that because that seemed a little gloomy. But we're not at the end yet. But we just wanted to, touch on that. But they gave us a few snippets in between the closing of the show. Now, Emily, this part frustrated me when she was getting ready and she was calling her kid that they're trying to help out. And the message she left was for him to be good until she got back. She'd be home in 3 days. I immediately thought, now he's believing he's bad for what's happening to him organically. I could be wrong. However, a lot of parents do that to get the kid to behave. So instead of telling them that their behavior, telling them that they should be good, maybe say it differently, or don't even say it don't even give that type of message, and just say, I hope you're working on such and such, whatever that is, whatever they've introduced to him. I hope things are going well at the house with you. Whatever we can, whatever I can help you with, I can't wait to do that. Something to that effect. But I really hope they're not giving him the message that he's a bad kid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
that's wrong. I said, oh my God, what did she say? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're in a unique, well, it's funny the things that we absent-mindedly say to our children, right? And
Mhm.
I can agree with you that like this might not have been the best fit, but I think that there's still, just I think it was said absent-mindedly.
Mm. Again, there's some things I know, y'all. Again, I don't have no degree in nothing, kid. I don't have a degree in nothing, psych, nothing, but it rubbed me the wrong way to hear that, because when a
Mm-hmm.
child has issues that are organic to them from birth, you just can't say that they're acting bad. You have to say something different. Oh, it just rubbed me the wrong way. But if that's not what she was talking about, and if he really did something bad, fine, don't do it no more. But but if it's what I think it is, nah, that's something else. I don't like it.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it, Emily, fix it.
Okay. What else happened? They go to the food mall, but Gretchen was too emotional to go. She is just up in arms over how things have turned out. And we is on episode 16. She's so beside herself. She really can't. She crying. She almost wrapped her tissue like Candace used to from Real
Yeah.
Housewives of Potomac. I swear that is the most bougie shit I have ever seen anybody do. Is what is that? Origami their tissue just to dab their eye. I'm like, good grief. But
I
I
do respect it though, because
Gretchen
she's
doing that. What you say,
I
honey?
know, but like I respect Candace for doing that because she doesn't want to ruin her eye makeup. She didn't want to cry her mascara off. Like I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
She came up with a very effective way to keep her look going. So, and it is hilarious, especially when Portia made fun of it. It was really funny. But
yeah.
like,
What their role scholar say?
oh, she just did something like, wait, what are you saying to me? I'm like, she held like a giant piece of paper, like it shaped in a triangle, it
Oh
was,
Lord.
yeah, it was funny. Anyway, but anywho, I mean, to throw Gretchen a little bit of a bone, I kind of got the sense she was stressed. She was like, I'm the a-hole now. They want us to make up. Like, I don't know. Like, I can also understand crying because you're like, I've just kind of had it with this. Like, I feel like I just get the idea that, like, she's stressed out because she doesn't necessarily feel like she has the same leg to stand on that she had before. And,
Mm-hmm.
like, I can only imagine coming back after all these years and then now being kind of engaged in this level of like psychological warfare with somebody, um especially when you have other people involved that, like, pick sides and stuff. I can just understand her being like, I'm stressed out enough that I will cry. Don't necessarily think it's for the reason she's expressing, but like I can understand her just kind of being at her wit's end with it, like, or being like, it's time to try something else because this isn't working. My point is, I get the feeling that she was genuinely emotionally stressed out.
Yeah, it was on her face. I mean,
Yeah.
hard. I mean, it was, girl. It was, she's just up in arms beside herself. She don't know how to. She don't know
Yep.
if she want to cry or she want to get in the bed. She don't know if she want to get dressed. But she finally made it, y'all. After she said she's about 2 hours late. I'm here, because a check is a check.
Yep.
Uh, so she made it, and of course, she starts to eat her food, and Emily starts in like she always do, and she's just wants to and try to call her Gretchen to try and soften it up. Emily, stop. Her name is
Yep.
Gretchen.
I know.
Just or call her creepy as you described her at the bar.
Right.
Um, again, Emily got it started. She can't even take 3 bites before the girl already 2 pounds, 2 ounces. Let the girl at least eat half her food before, she, anyway. Yeah, she just, is trying to get to know why she's so upset. And then they said, okay, we'll let you go. But didn't Gina kind of press the issue because she's still high or something from the tulip or wherever they came from, child? I don't know. I forgot.
Right. Yeah. I know.
But yeah, but Gina backed her up as she often does. She just, held up the bloodstained banner of messy, and I'm gonna be
Yep.
messy with my best messy friend. Yeah, so Gretchen just said, she pretty much she can't let it go. She's struggling. She's upset that, like she told Tamara, I should have never said it. I apologize. Tamara accepted it, but both of them are like, well, I don't know what she's gonna do next. Type of, they're on that type of vibe. Tamara still was like, yeah, but you keep doing it, and I don't do it to you. That's the thing. So I think it's a little bit of what is that, plot line remorse.
Yeah.
It ain't working, boo. It ain't working. You should have consulted with me, like Kenya should have. It ain't, but you can recover. You can get through this. Just stop doing that. Stop trying to poke the bear. Stop trying to, insinuate that the things that you may have on her. Like if you want to do tit for tat, pay attention, because Tamara brings out what she needs to bring out at the time. She doesn't threaten you with it. She just puts it on you at the time. So again, if you're gonna play tit for tat, do it that way, not this way, because this way ain't working. If it was Slade idea, then you know what to do at the Heezy when you get back.
Yep. I agree. Plotline remorse. That's a good one. Hang on to that. We got to keep that phrase.
Okay.
Trademark it. Trademark it.
Okay. Do I need to? I think I do. Woo, child.
I think you do.
What did I say? Oh, the next day, Emily. Oh yeah, they bring up the IG that Tamara was showing. That's what we're going to, but we already talked about that. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about, Mama?
No, not really.
I think that was it for this episode, child.
Yep.
It was, the pre-finale. Just know next week, y'all, is gonna be the finale, and then of course a minimum 3-part episode to this reunion. If it ain't 3, I'm shocked. Just saying.
Yeah, it's got to be 3. I could see that. Like, I mean, yeah, no, especially with whatever goes down in this finale. I think we got 3 chunks.
Right. That was it, y'all. That was it. That was all. There isn't any more for this episode. We appreciate you for tuning in. And again, we are coming through with other franchises of shows. We have Selling Sunset from Netflix. We will be reviewing in the next couple of weeks. We also have Southern, I say Southern Comfort, girl. I came from the store earlier. Y'all, a bunch of Southern Comfort. You know, it's Southern Comfort time, y'all.
Yes, well, Southern charm and comfort, comfort and charm.
Okay. And isn't that nothing how they're coming in at the time that it's the Southern, colloquialisms of this and that. That's kind of, I wonder if somebody did that on purpose. Anyway. Southern Charm on Bravo. We're going to be reviewing, and Drag Race is coming up. Well, I'm not sure if it's All Stars or regular. I think it's regular.
I'm pretty sure regular will be first. Maybe have we tried to look it up?
Yeah, I didn't see nothing, girl.
Is it season 18?
What?
I think it's season 18. January 9th. January 9th.
Where you see that? It came out today, child. Where?
Probably.
January. Oh, my cousin's birthday. January 9th. Yay. New drag for the new year.
The promo and the promo theme is circus. Oh no, La Roche will be a rotating judge replacing T.S. Madison. Why? I don't want him, I want her. That was bad. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at that.
I immediately thought of Jim Bob. We have to see Jim Bob. Jimbo.
I'm like, Jim Bob.
Girl, Jimbo. The drag clowns. Is that how she says it?
Yes, although she does, yeah. I mean, sometimes she's like definitely looks way more like a drag queen than a drag clown. But yes, that is how she's put it.
Girl, my bad, Jimbo.
Billy Bob and Jimbo got together and had a drag daughter.
Girl, my bad. And then, we got some other, I have some more shows coming through the pipeline. Just check me out. Make sure that subscribe button is black. Don't forget to like and comment. Let us know what you think about the episode. Before we leave, however, we're going to find out where we can find Erin when she ain't talking ish with me.
You can catch me on Facebook, Psychic Erin Boyd, or at Instagram and Threads, Psychic_ELB, just like you see in the title of this video. Please just follow along so that we can be social media friends, and hit me up in the DMs if you would like to get a psychic reading.
Yes, please do, because I had a reading and I will be getting one soon towards the end of the year. And just to, find out some things, because I was pleasantly surprised the last time to know everything. Everything, yes, everything that she told me. Y'all have a good one. Have a great week. Have a great, it's our holiday season, so enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there, and we will catch you next time. Bye. RAERAES.